As this year is drawing to a close, I hope that the year ahead is just going to be absolutely wonderful and a little less challenging than this year that's behind us. Now, this year has been challenging in a couple of ways, and certainly the biggest challenge that we faced globally is this dreaded coronavirus. Now, the coronavirus have impacted us all in very similar ways and also in very unique ways, especially my friends in the entertainment industry that had a great deal of this year where they could not go out and perform and earn a living. But luckily there is ways around it that they could put on a performance online, on Facebook Live, YouTube, wherever, and thus express themselves and earn a living. And some of my friends are very lucky to have studios that's still operating, still running. And this brings me to the reason why I'm making this video today, is that I recently got a microphone in, a Neumann U87ai, from a recording studio, a relatively new U87, and the report on the microphone was that it makes noise. It's a noisy microphone. It makes a shore break noise, or what I like to refer to as a shore break noise. It sounds like waves crashing on the beach, and that usually points to a capsule, a faulty capsule. Now, very interestingly, when I get a microphone in, one of the first things I do is to test the head amplifier to see if that is fine. Especially in the older U87s, the FET where the signal comes in can in some cases go noisy and it needs replacing. But since this is a more complex version of the U87, immediately I went to the amplifier and checked it for noise. The amplifier section is fine. So then the next logical step would be the capsule. And from first glance, first appearance, the microphone seems perfectly fine, beautiful, nice and clean. But this led me to having to do a thing that I'm not always too fond of, especially with new microphones, new Neumanns, is that Neumann puts a wax seal on one of the three screws that holds that keeps the capsule assembly together, with the Neumann badge beautifully embossed in it. So I have to break that to open the capsule assembly. And what I found inside was quite interesting. I'm going to insert some pictures that I've taken. I'm not going to open this now. But there was some kind of a substance that ran over the capsule. And one of the most telltale signs on this was that on Neumann capsules there is usually some data written on the white retaining ring, the diaphragm retaining ring in these waterproof markers, usually something like this art line fine liner. But this stuff washes off with alcohol. You can easily clean it off with alcohol. So I phoned up the owner of the microphone and I asked him if they had an overzealous cleaner in the studio, and he replied back with the response that I dreaded to hear. I wasn't expecting it, but it went as follows: that they had the studio sanitized. So whoever was busy sanitizing the studio for Corona, as a precautionary measure to safeguard the place against Corona, must have sprayed the microphone with the sanitizing liquid, which is usually comprised of alcohol. And the fine droplets must have then entered through the grill and deposit it on the diaphragm, which is one of the worst things that can happen to your expensive condenser microphone. Now, that's where we are with this microphone. I'm going to proceed to clean the capsule and rid it of whatever contaminants is on the surface of the diaphragm. But with this, I'd like to say, keep safe, sanitize the spaces that you work in, but be extremely cautious about getting liquids on your expensive equipment, like a microphone, and any other equipment. Electronic equipment, when it's being used, when it's operating, are not fond of any liquid to get in contact with the energized electronic components. So please be vigilant. Please look out for it. Don't get the stuff wet with any liquid whatsoever. The replacement value of an U87, it's self-explanatory. It's not a cheap microphone. The replacement value of the capsule assembly is a great deal of money. So yes, be on the lookout for that. Have a great 2021 that's ahead. Let's hope that this dreaded virus can be brought under control, and that our lives can resume a form of, I don't want to use the word normality, but a form of sanity that's more bearable.